Coco Gauff's game-changing year, named Style Influencer of the Year in Forbes 30th Under 30. Some years define careers. Others redefine identity. For Coco Gauff, this has been the year that did both. Once known solely as a fearless teenager who stunned the tennis world with her speed, grit, and unshakable nerve, Coco Gauff now stands at the center of a much bigger spotlight. In a single extraordinary season, she has been crowned Style Influencer of the Year and honored as one of Forbes 30 Under 30, a double triumph that confirms what fans have long suspected. Coco Gauff is no longer just shaping matches. She is shaping culture. From prodigy to powerhouse. Coco's rise began with raw talent and relentless discipline. As a teenager, she battled icons twice her age. She carried expectation like armor. She learned early that fame moves faster than childhood. For years, the image was simple. Racket, visor, game face. She was speed and silence, power and focus, the embodiment of performance. But beneath that disciplined surface, another story was quietly unfolding. One of curiosity, creativity, and a young woman discovering that she didn't have to be defined by one dimension alone. This year, that hidden story stepped fully into the light. The moment style became a statement. Coco's fashion evolution didn't arrive overnight. It grew gradually, through subtle risks, bold color choices, experimental silhouettes, and a growing confidence that didn't ask for permission. Then came the red carpets. The first major appearance turned heads. The second ignited conversations. By the third, the fashion world was watching closely. Not because a tennis star looked nice, but because a new style voice had entered the room. She wasn't copying trends. She was interpreting them. She wasn't dressing to impress. She was dressing to express. And suddenly, Coco Gauff wasn't just winning matches. She was winning fashion moments. Being named Style Influencer of the Year felt inevitable. Influence built on authenticity. What separates Coco from many influencers is that she never chased influence. She chased honesty. She stumbled in heels and laughed about it. She admitted insecurity without surrendering confidence. She showed evolution instead of perfection. And in a digital world exhausted by filters and performance, that honesty became magnetic. Young people didn't follow her because she looked flawless. They followed her because she looked real while becoming extraordinary. That is the kind of influence no algorithm can manufacture. Forbes 30 Under 30. A different kind of victory. While fashion crowned her style, Forbes crowned her strategy. The 30 Under 30 list doesn't celebrate popularity. It recognizes visionaries, builders, and leaders shaping the future of their industries. Coco's inclusion placed her alongside tech founders, CEOs, creatives, and global entrepreneurs. It was proof that her power doesn't end when the match clock stops. She studies contracts. She chooses partnerships carefully. She values ownership over visibility. She thinks in decades, not seasons. An age when most people are still experimenting with direction. Coco Gauff is already constructing legacy, redefining what a champion looks like. For too long, the world tried to put female athletes into narrow boxes. Be strong, but not stunning. Be focused, but not fashionable. Be powerful, but not soft. Coco rejected the choice entirely. She shows up on the court with ruthless intensity. She shows up on the red carpet with cinematic elegance. She moves fluidly between sweat and silk, competition and couture. And in doing so, she's quietly dismantling the idea that women must divide their identities to be taken seriously. Her message is subtle but seismic. You can be everything you are at once. The symbolism of the heels. Much of the public's affection for Coco's style journey is centered around one charming contradiction. Her honest, sometimes awkward relationship with heels. She stumbles. She jokes. She regains balance. She keeps walking. And in that simple act, millions see something far deeper than footwear. They see a young woman stepping into unfamiliar spaces, learning publicly, failing lightly, trying again anyway. Those heels became a quiet metaphor for growth itself. The business of being Coco. Behind the glamour stands a focused business mind. Coco doesn't treat her brand as decoration. She treats it as infrastructure. Every collaboration, Every campaign, every appearance is filtered through long-term purpose. Is it aligned? Does it reflect her values? Does it build something lasting? This is why Forbes took notice, and why the business world no longer sees her only as an athletic investment, but as a cultural architect. The pressure behind the power. With recognition comes weight. Influencer of the Year, Forbes 30 Under 30, Global Icon, Role Model. Each title adds another layer of expectation. Be inspiring, be flawless, be fearless, be fashionable, be consistent. And yet, Coco doesn't pretend the pressure doesn't exist. She admits that confidence is built, not permanent, that growth is messy, that some days are harder than others, that honesty is exactly what makes her strength believable. Two worlds, one woman. 1 week she's locked in a 3-set battle, lungs burning, muscles screaming, fighting for every inch of court. The next, she's under chandeliers and camera flashes, moving through rooms powered by image and influence. Two completely different stages, one evolving identity. And the world is finally learning that she doesn't need to choose between them. What young girls see in her. To some, she's a tennis champion. To others, she's a fashion muse. To many, she's a future CEO. To millions, she's proof that limitation is negotiable. They see that you don't have to stay who you were at 15. You don't need permission to evolve. You don't have to apologize for ambition. You can be awkward and confident at the same time. Coco isn't just reflecting success. She's reflecting possibility. A new blueprint for stardom. The old athlete narrative was simple. Win young, peak early, fade quietly. Coco is writing a new script. Win with excellence. Grow with intention. Expand with intelligence. Build with purpose. Tennis is not her cage. It is her foundation. Final reflection. A year that changed everything. Being named Style Influencer of the Year confirmed Coco's cultural power. Being named Forbes 30 Under 30 confirmed her strategic future. Together, they tell one unstoppable story. Coco Gauff is no longer just the future of tennis. She is the present face of a new kind of global leadership, one that blends talent with thought, beauty with discipline, influence with integrity. This was not just her best year. It was her breakthrough year. And the most thrilling truth of all, she's still rising. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.